Hello everyone, and welcome back once again to Control. Last time we learned that our brother is actually being kept here, and for good reason. They claim he's dangerous, and I'm starting to suspect even the cause of everything that's happened here. I mean, if we're a para-utilitarian, it only stands to reason that he would be too. Actually, it seems like we've always known there was something about us, but never able to put the pieces together until we came here. Actually, I believe we were told that he was being groomed to be the new director. So maybe he's not going to be happy to see us. Maybe there will be some sour grapes there. Wow, you guys have really not adapted to the fact that this isn't working, have you? Oh! I didn't even realize that was a grenade at first. Hang on. Die, please. Yeah, I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm the director. Anyway, I have noticed, don't think I haven't, that I've been neglecting a lot of exploration. According to the map, there's a lot of places we haven't been yet, big places. So I'm going to try and get a little bit more of that done now. Are these your final words? Rubber duck supplement. Oh wait, does this have to do with that little piece of crap that's in the containment chamber? Discovered in the home of Agent Someone after his young daughter complained of being followed by a rubber duck. According to the agent, the matter was ignored, believed to be the result of a child's imagination, until he began to hear the quacking at night. After discovering the item hiding in his daughter's closet, he brought it to the Bureau for study. Update. It was discovered that the agent was bringing known paranatural materials into his home, illegally taking them outside the oldest house. How this may have affected the creation of an altered item is being investigated. The agent has been terminated. That is so funny and/or creepy, which seems to be the case with a lot of these things. Wow, we did a number. We can actually use the elevator. But hang on, let's check the map. Where are we going? No. I want to go down that big, long hallway leading. Look at all that giant whatever that is off to the right. Here in Luck and Probability, there's actually a whole bunch of things to see. How did I not see all this before? Huh. Maybe there's a puzzle to be seen here. Oh, we do have level 5 clearance now. We can come in here and deal with this stuff. You know, there's so much. We can turn on the desk lamp. Oh, it's just interactables as far as the eye can see. All in the name of gambling. Huh. Wow, this is actually a little room where they let you do your own science, isn't it? Lucky item manifest. Bronze koi fish, China. Attracts abundance and wealth. Feng shui. Horseshoe, Ireland. Wards off evil. Orientation important. Heals up, allows luck to be kept. Heals down, luck flows outward. I don't remember where we left it, but what happened out there may serve as an indication. Minaki Neko, Japan. Beckoning cat used in shops. Paw held up to beckon customers, creating luck for the business owner. Four-leaf clover, Ireland. Shamrock, rare plant variation. Connections to druidic healing rituals. Elephant, China. Brings protection, good luck, wisdom, and, once more, feng shui. Light bulb, various. Documented gambling rituals indicate luck is produced when all lights in the room are turned on. Note: effects of items to be tested. Consider investigating the orientation of horseshoe. Also consider positioning of feng shui objects. Proximity of luck items may also influence luck readings. Interesting, so they're actually looking into all of this. And they're not so sure about the cat, the elephant, or the horseshoe. Well, clearly this wasn't what we wanted. Well, you did say all lights are to be kept on for maximum luck. And you as well. So we can add or remove the 4-leaf clover. I feel like we always want you to be there. Now what's this over on this side? Ah, another horseshoe. Nope, not what I wanted. No, it's just a Newton's cradle. Maybe that does something? Maybe that has to do with feng shui? Dude, I don't know. What do we do with the elephant? Oh. Maybe that has something to do with it as well? It produces a clacking noise when it strikes the elephant. And what about you? Put your paw... Ah, we can have you moving. Alright, let's try things now. Well, that's certainly bad luck. And an explosion over there as well. Oh, maybe we have to bring you with us. Says the fish should be 2 feet away. Come on, you. And can we drop you non-violently? We can by pressing F. Oh, God. Yep, I'm really messing with this. It seems offended by when I start doing this stuff. Well, before when it didn't do anything, both of these Newton's cradles were going. I just don't know. I mean, you're still doing this, but... Okay. It's actually always landing on 5. Which is very, very interesting to note. I'm destroying this place trying to do it, but, like... It seems like the positioning actually gets us the same number every time. Not necessarily a lucky one. Oh, wait, I didn't realize we could place a clover right here. Hang on, wait, let's see what that gets us. There we go! Alright, and we get the golden suit and... Ooh. I didn't even get to read all that. Well, that was fun. Maybe we'll check out the results of that a little bit later. That is so cool. It actually gave us the opportunity to do a little bit of our own R&D. But now I'm still missing an area. Great. Wow, we actually did a real number on you there. I've never seen one of those guys go down so quickly. Dimensional research. We have not been here. And it's freaking out over my stuff, which none of the other metal detectors have done.
Constantly changing labyrinth. You never pass through. Dimensional research. Every measure of security.
Of course, the ashtray maze. In other words, you guys have the back rooms here. There's nothing creepier, I think, than a portrait of a place in a place. Especially when they're really frequent. Like it's wanting to constantly remind you that this is all there is. This is the whole world. Yeah, I figured there'd be shenanigans. Tell me, how does a map of this actually work? Answer, it kind of doesn't. There's another bureau alert that I would like to do, but we kind of got to see where this goes. I mean, aren't you curious? I sure am. And we're right back to here. Do we just have to keep this up? I mean, what I'm getting from this is we just go with the flow, right? I mean, not like we have a choice. But it does keep leading us back. That's kind of the one constant. What if I try going back the way I came? No, that doesn't seem to change anything. What if I bring you with me and try to throw you at a wall? One that's trying to change on me. You know, it doesn't seem to do anything. Not that I really expected much. But yeah, I don't seem to have any way to actually affect this outcome as far as I can see. Does it have to do with the paintings? I mean, I saw it shift just now. Alright, I'm gonna probably try and come back to this later. I do wonder if this game is gonna let you continue after the ending. But I've encountered enough distractions in this early part. It's gonna get to the point where I look at the, record time and I have no idea how much time I have left. What does seem to be true is that we're actually capable of dealing a lot of damage really quickly these days. Golden suit. Yeah, that's us, the High Roller. We're gonna keep being the High Roller with this knowledge as soon as we get out of here. It might be difficult getting casinos to accommodate us, but hey, that's why we're the director, right? Okay, screw it, we'll wear it for this episode. But right now, I want to go to Ritual Division. Yeah, there's actually a lot of unknown areas that we haven't seen yet. But one of them is off to the side of that, someplace that has not yet been marked on the map. Synchronicity Lab. Oh my. Have we something else to discover here? Ooh. Yeah, you guys gave me a little bit of a start. Looks like those rooms that they keep the astronauts in to make sure nothing followed them back. Mirror testing. Well, Polaris is leading me this way, but it requires a level 6 clearance. The first of its kind. What could be back there that's so important? Can't seem to use these speakers either. One more bunch of these cradles. And rows of TVs facing each other. Okay, I am very eager to learn what this is all about. Synchronicity experiment. As a test, television sets were placed in a variety of locations around the world inside rooms identically decorated. The hypothesis was that by identically altering the decor of every room, and then changing the channel in every room but one, that the single differing television would spontaneously align the incoming frequency to match its synchronized counterparts. The experiment seemed like a failure, until it was observed that the agents responsible for arranging and monitoring these rooms were all experiencing the same emotional turmoil as one clinically depressed member of the team, himself being located in the eastern part of somewhere. Psychological experimentation of the agents proved the correlation. Interestingly, the phenomenon of synchronicity did occur, but not in the way we predicted. They always find, like, the most interesting ways to take these. I mean, I feel like so much of horror is just an X is trying to kill you, and it must be defeated in Y way. This is something completely different every time. Like, everything we encounter is something that actually makes you think, instead of just being a threat. Like they actually thought about the implications and how you can derive horror from that, rather than just the terror of something trying to eat you. This kind of looks like one of the rooms at the Ocean View, although, come to think of it, it sort of looks like a room anywhere, which was sort of the point of the Ocean View. Are you trying to synchronize things with these guys? I'm starting to think that all these unknown areas might actually be just stuff we're gonna do later. Look, there's even an unknown directly off to the side of the map with nothing obviously connecting it. Oh, hey! Howdy! Whoa! Didn't expect that to happen. I'm just gonna try one more unknown area. Down in the coolant pumps, which should be this way, I think? Hang on, I kind of feel like taking one of you. There we go. And now you can fly around and find your buddies. Oh, I see, your health just slowly drains. Well, that's fine with me. But we don't, yeah. So a lot of these unknown places are just places we literally can't access yet.
Containment sector. Panopticon. Altered items. Maximum security prison. Dangerous.
You know, I get the feeling we really should watch this one, even though I've tried to avoid them because they just stop the game dead for like 2 full minutes.
The containment sector, the Panopticon, is home to the altered items we find and contain. It is a maximum security prison. It's a vault for the most valuable treasures on Earth. It's a powder keg big enough to blow this world to dust. A temple, a place of worship filled with idols of angry gods. It's all of these, and none of them. It's something more profound, unbelievable, unknowable, something worse. Altered items. We've found many. They appear mundane, but nothing could be further from the truth. They are all powerful, dangerous. They press heavy on our minds because that's their nature. They've been altered because we can't stop thinking about them. We put them on altars because they're used to being worshipped. This keeps them calm. We contain them, but they don't want to be controlled. We study them to discover what makes them tick. If this place were ever reached, it would be chaos of biblical proportions.
So, I mean, you say this is something beyond comprehension, but it actually seems fairly straightforward. Which is weird because there's so many things in here that are kind of beyond comprehension. You got anything to show us? No? It doesn't look like things are going any better here. Hang on. There we go. God, I knew that would be satisfying. And it was. Hitting you with the shotgun at close range would probably be best. But I found the spin gun to be pretty useful. Yep. No, you do not. Actually, yep. Go out and cause chaos for me, brother. There we go. And that is good stuff. Whoa. Your sacrifice is much appreciated. Slam. So many of you. And whoa, no! Oh god, I'm actually getting really messed up here. Because every time I think you're down, a new one of you with full health takes your place. Jeez. I think I've just gotten too used to the combat. I'm overconfident. There's a shelter over here, which I imagine won't have done much, but is there a control point nearby? I really need to start securing this place little by little. Shatter projectile boost. All different ways off of this one. Look at all that unknown. The big scary you. There's a document back here. Object and item distinctions. While altered items and objects of power may seem similar at first, it's important to note some very key distinctions. Firstly, objects of power grant power utilitarians abilities. Second, objects of power translocate anyone who makes physical contact to the astral plane. This is widely believed to be due to something's affiliation with objects of power. Not every individual is allowed in the astral plane, which indicates something evaluates who can or cannot enter. Maybe the board? Thirdly, and this is not always the case, objects of power are much more powernaturally, charged than altered items. Looking at the specific criteria that defines an object of power, it is no wonder they are notably rarer than altered items. In fact, we have something altered items for every object of power contained within the Bureau. So there is a distinction, and there is an extreme contrast in rarity. Let's see what's beyond. Let's just open with this, shall we? Yep. I mean, why beat around the bush? No shields allowed. And ow! I hate rockets so much. I have not found a counter for them. There doesn't seem to be anything I can do except kill you first and intercept your rocket in midair. Yep. And yep. Come on. I got enough benches up here for days. And garbage cans if you prefer. But also many benches. Anybody else? Was there one more of you? Yep. You guys owe me health. Let's get rid of this. I'll never forgive it for before when it created a boss right as I was cleansing a point. Although it did mix things up some, I suppose. Wow, what a difference this makes. But I guess things always have to come up nicely for Lady Luck. Huh. They've got themselves a whole war room. Most of these spots are red. I wonder what they represent. Maybe this is their logistics network, actually. A logistics network for storing and transporting items? I'm just opening up doors at this point. I know this whole premise is SCP inspired, but the more I look at this, the more I feel like it's gotta be Men in Black 2. I mean, Men in Black also, not the film Men in Black 2. Central containment. Here it is. Wait, what is that thing? That is one large device. Judging from the background, maybe this is the early construction of, I suppose we'll call it the reactor? Medical. Yeah, you're gonna need medical. Yep. And yep. And yep. Yep, all of you with a shield, you are not safe. Oh, please don't fire a rocket right now. Please don't fire a rocket right now. There we go. Oh, that took a lot out of me. And a lot out of that poor guy I just voluntold. There we go. Come on, keep shooting him. Let's back up a little bit. Nope. The important thing is getting their shields down, because our bullets won't do much against them. Yep. You're our priority. Yeah. Shields back. Shields down. You dead? Good. Oh, look at this. The curtains even billow. That is so cool. What are you doing? Is this an altered item? Off you go. Clearance level 6 needed. Yeah, I think we're going to start seeing a lot more of that. A lot of locked doors all over. This shelter is actually equipped for a long-haul stay. I guess in the event of a massive breach, you might be waiting days or more to get out of here. If you can get out of here at all. No, you don't. Yep. And yep. There we are. Howdy, bucka. Oh, it's more of the mold. Yeah, I could have seen this coming. It's overtaking the Panopticon itself, not just in that one wing we already knew it was. Which can't be good. Hang on, mold autopsy. The deceased was a something-year-old with no significant past medical history. The subject was brought in after being discovered in the active threshold, in an early state of decay that is characteristically fungal-based in its appearance. During autopsy, the cadaver's pleural cavities were revealed to be entirely filled by the fungus known as the mold, to an extent that medical staff were forced to put on decontamination suits. The procedure was also hindered by anomalies such as the deceased's high body temperature and undulating torso muscles presumably, but not provably, caused by trapped gases. Routine samples, as well as tissue samples requested by Dr. Underhill, were successfully extracted. However, their rapid retrogression outside of the host body needs to be noted. Cause of death, mold ingestion. What a time for you to make your way around here. You thirsty? Yeah, boop. Yeah, boo. Oh wow, there's a lot of you. It's not one zombie apocalypse in here, it's another. Anymore. No, that seems to be it. Nope, they're starting to run, are they? But there's a shooty boy over there. Give me that. Yep. Oh, that did not seem to faze you. That did. Changed your whole phase of matter, from alive to dead. Are these all decontamination showers? Well, they're not working. Can we come back here? Ow. Oh boy, you tried to pull a shenanigan. Come on. Oh wait, I can take you? I mean, I had to try it once. I got my own pet clicker. Got material corrupted sample. Maybe a mold sample? I wonder if they had to decontaminate every time entering and exiting. I mean, definitely a strange nature of everything contained within. I imagine they have to be extra careful that something doesn't hitch a ride. I mean, that is what happened with the astral plane. Okay, there's something down there we can access. Maybe it's a trap. Maybe I don't care.
P6 is what the Bureau calls Dylan. His cell's been breached. Has the Hiss found him? Are you there with him? Can you protect him?
No response from the look of it. Look at all this personnel all taken up in an instant. Maybe we can get these gates open? Is that really what we want to do right now? But I have a feeling that Dylan is the breach. These gates open back onto logistics. Our objective, however, is back here. And as with many things, this requires a trip to the ocean view. Oh my god. Is that Dylan? It's kind of funny how, because of the repetition of this, we actually sort of become accustomed to the ritual. Not sure if we can help you. Maybe after I'm helped? Is that something that's meant to screw with me? Is this something that's meant to screw with me? Or is it just another one of those things? Somebody else who found their way here? I mean, who knows how many of these light switches could be out there? Not quite sure what this does for me, though. Maybe I try again? This room doesn't seem to demand a certain order anymore. Ooh, we're making our way to the right side of the hall for one. Never mind. This painting is upside down. Does that enable us to get a key? Yeah, it just kind of cycles all the way back to the beginning where now we find our prize. It manages to surprise me every time while still somehow becoming more familiar. But it always leads us back to the same place. These fire breaks honestly are just a stroke of genius.
It's been a long time since Dylan and I knew each other. I've wondered about him. What kind of man he'd grow up to be. Were things as hard for him as they were for me? Maybe in here, they were even harder.
Hello? I did not actually expect to find a living soul in here. Let alone 3. Are you guys wearing HRAs? Well, you, sir. Oh, you are.
Oh, hello. Is there something I can help you with?
I'm Jessie, the new director. I need to get inside.
You started introducing yourself that way.
Right. Well, okay. Hello, I'm Frederick Langston, the Panopticon supervisor. It's not the best time for a tour. We have hiss everywhere, numerous cell breaches, and system failures across the board, but you're the director, so here we go. Founded by Zachariah Trench, the Panopticon is our state-of-the-art repository for all altered items,
don't have time for
objects
this.
of power, and...
I was told Dylan Faden was kept here. Can you help me find him?
Faden? Sure. Darling wanted him somewhere secure and isolated away from people. He's in the maximum security cells, upper level. But there's currently a pressing matter, ma'am. We've got an object of power loose in there. It's wrecking the place. The Benikoff TV, it's a real doozy. Salvador took a team in to handle it, but no one's heard from them for hours. This is a Category 5 OOP we're talking about, and if we don't contain it soon, it will tear the Panopticon apart. And we don't want all those altered items getting loose, ma'am. No, trust me.
Dylan's in there.
Open the door, Langston. I'll handle it.
If you say so. I usually tell first-timers not to touch anything, so, just do that. Here, I'll get the door for you. And please, ma'am, call me Fred.
Thanks, Langston.
Much obliged. Subdue the Benikoff TV object of power.
Stop hits theaters tonight. Can't believe I'm missing an Alex Casey movie for this.
Very interesting. At a certain point, I'm gonna have to just go ahead and spill the beans on all the Alan Wake 2 stuff. I don't want you to have to know all that stuff to watch this series, but I'm gonna have to have just like a little spoiler segment somewhere where I talk about it all.
Is the TV back in its box yet? There's no rush or anything, it's just, you know, an ongoing concern.
Do you like working at the FBC?
Sure. I mean, yeah, the drama's a bit much, but I get better benefits here than I would over at the Postal Service. I checked. Better healthcare. That's not to say I don't like my job, ma'am. Been here over 15 years. No one knows the Panopticon collection better than me. I'm, close to them, in a way.
I can't tell if that's creepy or normal here.
Why not both?
How do you keep the altered items under control?
It depends on the item. Each one has different needs. Ritualistic touches go a long way. Singing to them,
Did he say
flipping the
singing?
lights 3 times, that sort of thing. It's not superstition if it works.
Why is that so interesting to you, the singing?
What's the difference between objects of power and altered items?
Think of them like storms. Objects of power are like tropical cyclones or hurricanes for the uneducated. They're big, rare, and scary. Of course, directors can just bind the OOP and become the eye of the storm. Altered items are more like weird thunderstorms. Some may rain frogs, some may rain corn, but they all rain something.
And how does the hiss factor into all that?
It's changing them, making them aggressive. Now they're all raining, I don't know, knives. Knife rain.
Nice metaphor.
Well, you certainly made it so I could understand it.
Did you work closely with Trench?
Oh, he spent most of his time with Darling and all them. The inner circle. Not that I care.
Trench certainly had his favorites.
He did stop in occasionally to scowl and smoke. Did you know the Bureau has a no-smoking policy? It does. Just not for Trench. Still, he is the one who put aside funding for the Panopticon. The man did have vision.
And he knew that this was all built on a foundation of sand.
How did you get this job?
Started as a junior agent because my uncle knew a guy. From there I got put on a desk until an accident left the containment sector severely understaffed. At which point I got bumped up to management. Put in a steady 8 hours a day for another 10 years and voila, supervisor.
I just picked up a gun. Or a gun picked me.
I'll see you later, Langston.
I'll be here, like always.
Well, let's go kill a TV. Wait, how do I do that?
I told Salvador it was dangerous.
Panopticon.
No, Langston.
Dylan's close. But that object of power might wreck this place before I find him.
Question is, where is it? You know, for all taking place in an office building, this game sure has some incredible visuals to it, doesn't it? I was doing a little bit of reading about this game, no spoilers, and somebody said that everything about this game, it feels like a movie in terms of its pacing, its action, and its visuals. And I kind of agree with that assessment. Like, there is something so cinematic about it in a way that isn't the same as other games that have sort of the same claim. Yep. God, this is so enjoyable. I just love getting them all in a line like that. But wow, what a haze we just walked through. Alright, now it was up on the 4th floor. We need to figure out how we're maneuvering in such a way. Can't get into the fortified unit. A mailbox. Haunted mailbox. We keep stuff like haunted mailboxes here. The rubber duck is downstairs. A wicker basket. A fan. See, the cool thing about this is the fact that we don't have a little document or a plaque for each of these. Seeing each one, knowing there's a story behind it, a horror story, and just being left to speculate. Some kind of carnival mallet for killing carnies. Floor 4, altered item units.
Something went wrong with the Bureau's plan to make Dylan the next director. Marshall made it sound like it was all Dylan's fault, but how much of it was what the Bureau did to him? I don't think she's telling me everything.
But he was being groomed to be the next director, and like you said, all you did was pick up a gun. So just what would that actually entail? Oh my god. I can't even use my weapons right now. You're gonna harass me the whole way up, ain't ya? Well, let's be ready. No, thankfully there's walls up here. Alright, sorry for breaking your sign. Are you the thing that was supposed to go in here? It looks like soundproofing on the walls.
Hello? Is anyone there?
You're FBC personnel. Oh no. Are you not able to take your eyes off the fridge?
What are you doing in there?
Oh, thank God. Look, someone has to watch this object at all times, or it deviates. My shift replacement never showed up. Can you help me?
Damn.
Sure.
I can't. I'm sorry. There's an emergency. I'll come back. I promise.
Okay, just don't forget. I can't stare at this thing much longer.
Fridge duty. Yes, no. Can I just stand here while you walk out? Assist the agent in the Panopticon cell after Dylan has been found. You're really gonna make me wait? That door, there's stuff behind it that I can grab. We can claim a control point here. But this door's shutters are down. This cell empty as well. Hearing gunfire. No, you don't. Good news, your prison sentence just ended. There we go. Yeah, you guys aren't nearly as dodgy when you're distracted. You're welcome. I'm so happy people are still alive up here, but I just saw that open, yep. I knew stuff was coming from this way. Goodbye. And goodbye. You guys good? I don't know why, I just always like assisting NPCs in games. Nope, you open up now. What, you got tired of waiting?
That's the object of power. I need to cleanse it.
Perhaps he could have warned me about what it does. So it's a TV that only plays Doctor Strange. Cool. Yep. Well, I suppose I should go after it. Man, did this room even exist before? Look. And I wonder if we'll be able to come back to this. Hopefully there's no documents or anything. Well, into the pale white. And there's his here as well. Yep. Excuse me? Are you even real? What is that in the center? You've got, like, concrete chunks coming out of you. You're real. You're real, but I can't seem to do anything to you. You're Salvador. And this is the team that we've been hearing so much about. Okay, let's start smacking these guys down. We need to win the numbers game. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to do much of anything. Maybe we can do a thing with you. Start lessening the size of your team and strengthening ours. Ow. Oh my god, that did like all our health at once. I don't know what to do now. I think I'm gonna die. Collecting health isn't gonna be a possibility. Unless I just hang back. Oh, look. You can die here. Dying close to me would actually be tremendously helpful right now. Get all this, avoid your attacks, and keep smacking. Oh, you are in charge of all the concrete. Yep. And your shields keep coming back. Low on energy. Keep shooting. Whatever you're about to throw, I imagine can probably go through those shelves, right? Yep. And your people just keep coming. You know what? That's potentially good. Potentially good for us. Yep. Kill multiple birds with one stone as often as possible. Getting your shields down is not hard. We just need to be in an annoying spot for you. Imagine we were playing as you. What would piss us off? Exactly what we're doing now. Just making ourselves scarce. Yep. Of course, destroying our own railing doesn't help us with that. How? That's like everything, every time. And I was behind stuff. Where have you gone? Oh no. See, now you're doing the thing I don't want. Ow! Yeah, there's just nothing I can do about that. It's too fast. I truly despise this save system. Put me back in the fight. Why do I have to run back all this distance just to try a boss fight again? Have to go through that whole scene? My guys are gone. Okay, we can get you when you're up there once the first guy drops. So you act as a distraction. One hit and your health is gone. It doesn't help that you can't see anything because everything's red. There you go. Are you down? I can't tell. There's just so much crap happening. Come on. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Oh my god. On like the 4th attempt where you have to run back every time. Are you finally dead? Nope. There we go.
That thing was Salvador, the head of security. His team didn't stand a chance against the Hiss. No one here does.
Apparently I do. But Jesus Christ, that was truly horrible. I really, like, that's my one big complaint with this game, is that the save system is truly atrocious.
Another object of power gone.
I wonder what kind of abilities you'll give us. If we can even claim you. Use the TV/babysitter. Levitate or superhero over the obstacle. Levitate. Hold space to levitate. Well, this is just an X-Men game. Keep holding space to levitate higher. Well, that was us levitating quite a bit lower right there, is what just happened. Maybe there's a maximum ceiling. It doesn't seem to use energy, though. Well, I just remembered how we get at that box in Executive. And we can just move right on over you. Ooh. But it seems like you'll start to fall quite a bit. And all of a sudden. So it's not exactly flying. And we take fall damage, so that's a thing to keep in mind. While levitating, press space while levitating to fall, space while falling to slow fall, and safely control descent. Alright. Hey, if you had looked up, you would have seen me. Hang on, let's get some health back. Yeah, boop! And you boop! And you boop! Yeah, didn't expect that, did ya? So things are starting to go a bit better for me. Ah, we can combine that with dash for, well, a lot of additional range. Yep. Heights are no longer the limit for us, which means we can actually probably go back and do a lot of things that limited us before. Actually, very useful for the vertical nature of the Panopticon, isn't it? Newsflash/APB. The hiss and static attempts to reach us. Our broadcast must survive.
Dealt with the TV. Now I can find Dylan.
So this is something that's trying to reach the board itself. Anchor supplement. The crew of the White Ocelot first encountered a strange spherical phenomenon while fishing in the somewhere. Witnesses described it as a black sphere with a faint light behind it. It hovered just off the bow of the ship. The crew something by throwing a tin bucket, which disappeared into the sphere. Soon after, the vessel lost structural integrity. The ship's metal rusted and fell apart within minutes. As the ship sank, the sphere lowered into the water. A passing fishing vessel called Something rescued the 4 surviving crew. Agents were dispatched to the White Ocelot's last known coordinates and began diving operations. On the ocean floor, the agents found the sphere. The ship was entirely destroyed, except for its anchor. As agents lifted the anchor off the ocean floor, they noticed the sphere behaved in conjunction with the anchor, moving and stopping as one. Contact with the sphere was avoided, but handling the anchor proved harmless. Upon arriving in New York, it was brought into the Bureau. And we do have the Benikoff TV explanation. You're gonna have to explain to me what this is all about. No unique containment procedures required while bound. I think that's subject to review. A CRT television built by Benikoff and Sons Electrics. The screen is still functional. The object can levitate off the ground to a maximum observed altitude of something. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to harness this effect for their own use. The object was first discovered in a local news story from somewhere Kansas. A figure had been seen something over buildings. The Bureau dispatched agents to the town who discovered that a man named Something had bound himself to the object. He was detained, and the object was brought for study. I wonder how they covered that one up. Ah, I see. It's also the only way out of here. Looks like it's taking some getting used to on your part, huh? Oh, here they all are. Howdy. Alright, no, I want one of you. I want one of you. I want to see you guys fight. There we are. Actually, I can utilize my abilities against yous now. Oop. Yeah. Here. Maybe things will be easier for us. I know we can get upgrades that make us more efficient at shooting through armor. But I find this stuff much more fun. You know, something like intuitively about this feels like we should gain health from taking over enemies. I don't know why, it just seems like it should be a thing. Wonder just how high up we can go. Ooh, I knew it. There's a document over there. Oh, ow! Okay, I guess I couldn't stand on that object. Grab you. And drop. Yeah, there we go. Now, what did we just grab? Paper lantern supplement. Ramen lantern. The lantern was discovered at a street-side ramen shop in Tokyo. The shop gained immense popularity due to this item, this shining beacon hanging in its doorway. A visiting documentarian was similarly enthralled by the crimson luster of the lantern and helped it find international acclaim through a television series highlighting the world's finest restaurants. Audiences' interest in the lantern brought it to the attention of the Bureau, and soon the lantern found its way here to us. I write this as I sit beside the very item. Its light is so comforting, so familiar. It reminds me of summer nights when I was a boy. The sun setting, the air warm, the chittering song of the evening insects. The lantern knows we all want to feel safe at home, secure in the knowledge that the world won't change and neither will we. We'll be young and happy forever, here in its glow. The author of this document was detained shortly after this case file was distributed. Individual handling of the item is now prohibited. Information in this documentary may be compromised by the author's obvious infatuation. We never learn the catch, but we can certainly speculate. Alright, you're gonna have to get off of that platform, sir. I'm about to use it. Yep. Here. Pushing that button, probably not something we want to do. Where's that sniper? There he is! Nope, come on. And one guy down. 5th floor, that's where they're keeping Dylan. 5th of very, very many, at least 9. Is that a swan boat? You know, this game has spent a lot of time telling rather than showing. Kind of interesting when it does the exact opposite. Never together. Get well soon balloons. It's like the more innocuous the item, the less obvious the haunting, the more intriguing it is. I mean, that's a water cooler. Just imagine the damage a water cooler can do to you if it has anomalous properties. Gordon Freeman's crowbar. P6.
Dylan. He's so close.
It's an airlock. This guy didn't just have a cell, he had his own wing.
Hello? Can
Hello?
you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Jesse,
Am I not able to pick up the phone? The whole control room is
are you
destroyed.
there? Jesse,
Emily? He's gone. Dylan isn't here. He might be nearby. Or maybe the hiss got to him. I don't know.
Jesse, listen. Dylan's here. With us. He just walked in. He says he is giving himself up. He's been affected by the hiss, but he is different than the others. We must isolate him.
I'm on my way. We need to get back. I have to see my brother.
That is not what I expected. Alright, well, we've got to go assist that agent, but... You're thinking of us too. Maybe he's able to know that we're here? Maybe he has his own Polaris.
All right, I won't take up too much of your time today, Dylan. Like I said, I want to talk about Jessie, your sister.
What about her?
I just want to get your perspective. What do you think of her? What kind of person is she? That sort of thing.
I adored my sister. When I was little, I mean, back in Ordinary.
And you don't anymore?
When I first got here, sure. I'd always hoped she'd come too. Find me, to take me home. We went everywhere together. Why should this be any different? Casper said she could come too, to the Bureau, if she wanted to. But she never did.
Why do you think that is?
Because she didn't care about me. She always wanted to be out on her own, seeing the world. She always said so. I guess she got what she wanted.
Great. So she wanted to see the world. Did she ever mention any place in particular?
Why?
We like to ask questions around here, you know that. Any particular cities, towns, landmarks, anything like that?
I don't remember.
What about family friends? Were you close with anyone living outside of Ordinary?
I'm done with this. Tell Casper I want pizza for lunch today.
Dylan, wait, we're not... End of session.
So there may be some resentment here. So the question is, what makes him so powerful without objects of power? Like, we don't seem to have had any power besides the presence of Polaris. So, what is it about you? There's a thing on top of your cell. Entropic Echo. I'm just trying to make sure we get any documents which might be around. This room requires higher clearance. Oh, there is a document on the floor right here. Dylan Faden observation. 9:30, breakfast is brought. 11:54, gets out of bed, uses toilet, returns to bed. 11:57, asks for TV to be turned on. Staff do so. Noon, lunch is brought, breakfast is removed. 12:02, eats lunch. 2:38, uses toilet. 4:03, begins talking to self. Recording speech is not possible due to noise from television. 4:07, becomes upset, throws lunch tray at glass. 4:09, sedated. Crew clean the cell, TV is turned off. 6:12, comes to. Asks for television back on, staff refuse. 6:16, seemingly sleeps, but there's doubt there. Television privileges were refused due to hostile behavior. So he was always somewhat, like, emotionally volatile, I suppose. Oh, we can upgrade spin, which I would certainly like to do. There we go. Oh, we can do so much. I had no idea we could do all this. I just haven't looked in so long. Upgrade grip. Yes, I would like to. We got all this extra stuff. All right, buddy. We are here to help.
Keep them all.
I am so sorry.
Hey, what can I do?
Oh, you're back. Oh, thank you, thank you. If I look away, I don't know what this thing will do. You have to get me out of here. The door can only be opened by the Panopticon supervisor. That's Langston, if he's still around.
Langston. Yeah, I know him. I'll go ask him how to get you out.
Please hurry. My eyes, they can't.
Hey, calm down. Just focus. What's your name?
Focus, right. My name's Philip, and I think I can hold on for a bit. It's just my eyes. My eyes hurt so much.
Just hang on, Philip.
I'm more invested in this than any other story in the game right now. Come on. Why do we need to go get Langston for this? Like, there's nothing else we can do? Really kind of feels like we should just be using our levitate ability, but then I'd be on the roof of this thing and I wouldn't be able to get off at the floor I need. It's just spawning stuff all over. Come on now. Die. Please, thing. Goodbye. Langstrom!
I told Salvador it was dangerous, but no. Why listen to Lang?
There's someone named Philip up in a cell. He's watching a refrigerator and very rapidly losing it.
Philip? Oh shit, I forgot about fridge duty. He's been in there for over a day, I totally forgot.
You forgot about him?
There's a lot going on. The hiss, the Benikoff TV. Considering the number of things I'm juggling, ma'am, I think it's...
Listen, it's fine. We just need to get him out of there. He said you'd be able to open the cell door?
Yeah, I can unlock it on my terminal. There. Done. Door open. But Philip can't just leave. The fridge is behaving erratically. Ocular contact is the only thing that seems to placate it. If we don't have someone in there watching it 24/7, people will die.
I'll figure something out. I'm pretty good with these things.
Being pretty good with altered items isn't standard Bureau procedure, ma'am.
He doesn't know us very well.
All right, let's get back
see you
there.
later,
It's like
Winston.
everything in this mission is designed to keep you anxious about how much time is passing. No, we don't have time for you. Or any of you. Yep. I'm coming, Philip. Philip!
Hello? Jesse?
I'm back. I'm coming in.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Jesse? The fridge is doing something!
Oh, come on. Oh, come on!
Philip?
You couldn't just let us, like, have something?
If I look away, it hurts me.
Oh, it's a boss fight.
This sounds like the board, but I can't understand it.
Oh! Former. Whoa! Okay, it's launching black holes at me. And I imagine I cannot look away, right? That's your whole thing? Those will not be destroyed that way. Oh, but we can grab these and throw them back. How do you like this? You've got appendages. I don't like how you have appendages. Your appendages are stupid. Nope. Just gotta keep moving and dodging, moving and dodging, moving and dodging. Shooting your stuff out of the air. Shooting you and your stupid giant eye. Keep our energy up! Excuse me? Oh, well, this time let's read this, I guess, since there's no urgency or immersion. Employee incident. Incident in question occurred on something and was brought to HR department's attention by the internal security personnel who intervened. According to reports supported by security camera footage, Agent Filson entered the staff kitchen with the intention of consuming his private meal, a homemade sandwich cut diagonally and packed in a plastic container, but discovered the refrigerator had something his meal. Agent Filson began to kick the Bureau-owned appliance as he expressed his frustration in a loud and profane manner. The behavior caused multiple staff members present to become alarmed. Security was alerted soon after. Filson complied with the security's commands to desist. Recommendation: Agent Filson was reprimanded and suspended for the remainder of the ongoing work week. The review committee recommends one non-mandatory counseling session. Not really sure what I'm supposed to do about all this. Nothing I actually do seems to have any effect on whether I succeed in dodging that.
There's no Black Pyramid here.
But I guess we killed it somewhere in all that stuff going on.
The fridge seems fixed. Did fighting that thing off change something?
What do you mean fixed? Well, I guess that's the end of that. That's really all you're going to leave us with? Do we maybe have some extra documentation? Refrigerator procedures. An Arctic Queen brand electric refrigerator model from the 60s. No cooling functionality. The door is decorated with crayon illustrations by someone. The illustrations cannot be removed from the item. All attempts have failed. The paper cannot be burned or torn. The item first came to the Bureau's attention after it survived the collapse of New York City's Grand Central Hotel, where it served as an appliance in an apartment rented by a man. It became the subject of local infamy after surviving the building's collapse undamaged. The owner, who was out of the building at the time of the collapse, retained ownership until 1974, when the Bureau purchased the item through a false identity. Appendix, new altered effect has been observed. Yeah, new is right. If we climb up, can we have a look at the drawings? Flying monsters. Flying monsters, a happy child, unhappy parents, and a couple of unhappy observers in the car as the angel flies by overhead. Imagine what the inspiration must have been. Alright, we need to get back to Central Executive. Fast.
The resonance emitted from the HRAs is purely antithetical to every variant.
You said he was here.
But how did Darling create it?
You're just acting like nothing's different. You said he was here. Analysis of Hiss Threat 3. If we understand the Hiss to be a force based on vibration and resonance, then perhaps their incantation, which is now the agreed-upon term for their vocalizations, is an effort to express that resonance using human vocal cords and speech. Would there be differences if the incantation were recited in a different language? The most common word used is want. Interestingly, every usage of the word is attributed to a you. You want to listen. You want this to be true. You must want these waves to drag you away. Are we the you the Hiss are referring to? Does the Hiss believe humanity, possibly all non-Hiss life, wants to join it? To be consumed by it? Is that its goal? The second most used words are through and time. Is this possibly the Hiss stating how they arrived here? Or an indication of its age? There is clear intention in the words. Dismissing the incantation as nonsense, as some of my colleagues recommended, is beyond idiotic. To be honest, I agree.
It's happening. After all these years, Dylan is here. But am I too late? How is he? I need to know.
He's clearly been affected by the Hiss, but it's different than any other manifestation we've recorded. Maybe what makes you so special is genetic. He was a prime candidate. Or maybe it's Polaris protecting him, something else affecting the situation. I need to run tests. He seems more in control, more present.
I want to see him. My brother? Or is he?
Of course. And Marshall set up an HRA-warded cage to contain him. It's on the upper floor, up the stairs.
Okay, I need to go.
Jesse, be careful.
I'll try to be. On the upper level. Oh, hey guys. Check it out. I can do this now. Oh no, you're just not gonna let me do it? I look a little silly now then, don't I? A television proposal. Based on the success of America Overnight, we would like to propose the creation of a television series that presents superstition and skeptical thought as entertainment, in order to popularize these concepts among the civilian population and create less resistance to redirecting information regarding public paranatural events. We can also use a solid media outlet to test paranatural concepts on civilian audiences, seeing how they react to certain facts presented as fiction, in the event that the Bureau ever decides to make certain realities public knowledge. There are various show licenses that we could purchase and reboot rather than starting from scratch. One particular property seems promising, especially considering its content and tone are precisely what we're looking for. It's called Night Springs, and has been off the air for a few years now, so you didn't create it, but you may have seized it. Yeah, all mold samples back here. Oh wow, there's a whole lot of stuff here. Jukebox token, put a record on. Okay, no, there's all manner of side missions here. We don't have time for any of it.
Apparently the director restored HRA production. They're already getting other survivors out of safe rooms.
Great.
Well, it's good to know that they're being used for good.
Did you see that hiss they marched through here? Why the fuck didn't we put a bullet in that thing's head?
I heard it's the director's brother. Would you shoot your brother?
That's no one's
Having fun with the post-it notes. I'm opening up all kinds of things. I'm trying to end this part, guys. You're giving me a whole ton of documents to look at. There you are.
You are a worm through time. The thunder's home distorts you. Happiness comes, white pearls, but yellow and red in the eye. Through a mirror inverted is made right. Leave your insides by the door. Push the fingers through the surface into the wet. You've always been a new you. You want this to be true. We stand around you while you dream. You can almost hear our words, but you forget. Through time, the thunder's home distorts you. Happiness comes.
Is approaching you wise?
Through a mirror, the inverted is made. You are a worm through time.
Shit.
The thunder's home distorts you.
That's Dylan.
White pearls,
Can
but
you
yellow
hear
and
me?
red in the eye. Through a
Come
mirror,
on, Dylan. I'm here. I found you.
You've always been a new you. You want this to be true.
Do you know who I am?
You know me. Say it.
You are Dylan Faden's sister.
He's talking in the third person. Always a good sign.
Do you know who you are?
Not Dylan. Trench and Darling made sure of that. I'm P6. P6. But I'm better now. The hiss made me better.
Push the fingers through the surface into the wet. You've always been the new you. You want this
Can you
to
stop
be
that?
true.
Please?
Not exactly the reunion I'd hoped for.
It feels good to say those words. I want to say them. They sound good. They make me feel good. Don't you want to say them too?
No. Fuck off, no. You need to help me get this thing out of his head. If he is still in there, if there is anything left, you have to help me.
You came in through the hole in you. We let you in. You've always been here. The only true. A copy of a copy of a copy of a copy.
Stop it!
Orange peel.
Shit. Shit. He can see you. This is not safe.
We found Polaris together with my sister when we were very small, in Ordinary, in the desert, through the door opened up by the slide projector. But she didn't help when Trench took me away. She didn't give me any powers. All the powers are my own powers. She didn't help when they locked me up for years.
After the song, time for applause. We build you till nothing remains. The air cracks and the truth will emerge out of you. You are home.
The Bureau brought the slide projector back here with me. And the Bureau did what the Bureau does. They used it. And they found... They opened the door up to the hiss. That's the only thing I can thank them for.
There. There it is. We stopped the Altered World event in Ordinary when we shut down the slide projector. And now the projector's here.
An earworm is a tune you can't stop humming in a dream. Baby, 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 yeah. Just plastic. So safe. Nothing to worry about. Funny.
I welcomed the hiss. I let it in. To get rid of her. The hiss set me free. Polaris is using you. The Bureau is using you.
You are a puppet. You can almost hear our words, but you forget.
If we shut off the slide projector, maybe that will stop the hiss.
Regulations.
Maybe it's not too late for my brother.
You must see the truth for yourself, Jesse. Sister. The horrible truth about the Bureau. The hiss is the better option. Go to the Prime Candidate program in the containment sector. I have the keycard to get you there. Salvador wanted me to have it.
Wanted? Bullshit. I saw what the hiss did to Salvador. What it turned him into.
Okay, Dylan. I'll go. I want to see the truth for myself.
I'll go. But only to look for the slide projector. You can help me. We can end this.
You are a worm through time. You are a worm through time. The thunder's
And there's level 6.
happiness comes. White pearls, but yellow.
He says Polaris is using us. I actually don't doubt that. I mean, how well do we really understand it? We see it as a guardian, but there's no way we could understand it even after all these years with it. Still, if revelations are to come, they're probably soon to come. But they'll have to wait until next time. Until then, if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this game out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one, where I will certainly have some thoughts on everything we just heard.